Hey Book Bounty Hunters, I'm JG, and today I'm just gonna introduce myself, introduce the channel, introduce the website if you're not familiar with it. Just go through some questions that I saw that was part of a BookTube Newbie tag. So just let's get into it and just talk about what this channel is and what I plan on doing for it moving forward. So first question says, why did you start this channel? I started the channel because I had started bookbounty.com to track and keep a record. Essentially, originally it was for myself, but eventually I realized that so many people were having a hard time keeping track of different versions of books, different editions, and I decided to just, instead of making that information for myself, I put it on a website for other people. I don't make any money off of it. It is really just a fan helping other fans collect, because when I found out this year that you could get special covers and signed copies and stained edges and slipcases and things like that, I realized that, oh my gosh, I can do this. This is a way that I could collect, and I really enjoy it. Like, action figures were really never my thing. I was really kind of into Funko Pop, but they weren't like, I didn't have like a, I need to get these. But books, as you could tell, I love my books. And so this has been great. And so starting the channel is so that a way for me to talk about these books, get my information out there a little bit more for people, and to, raise more awareness. And, in the long run, a lot of these support local bookstores. It supports the authors, and so it's just a win-win for everyone. And so yeah, I that's why I'm starting this. What are some fun and unique things you can bring to BookTube? I think it's two things. I think one, it's the collecting element, and two, Star Wars. There isn't a lot of Star Wars book content on YouTube. There are a few, you have your creators that are your podcasters and your Star Wars creators, but they do other content. And so I think specifically for BookTube, what I bring is that I'd be focusing on specifically Star Wars. And then also the other side is the collecting. And so I think that's unique because, a lot of times, you get books and you talk about it, but then there's the extra layer of getting these special covers and these special editions. It's crazy, it's fun, and it's exciting, and it's meaningful to people to have something special like these covers and these editions of books that are signed and personalized by authors. And again, it supports, a lot of times they're sold by local bookstores near the authors, and so it supports small businesses, which is really important. What are you most excited for about this new channel? Just creating a community and talking about it, talking about books with you, talking about Star Wars books. It's expansive and it's exciting. I'm running out of bookshelf space. I do have the bottom shelf down here that is starting to get some books. But then I have another shelf over here with which has, you won't see, but maybe I'll do a bookshelf tour at some point. There's a lot of resource books, some legends. So pretty exciting stuff. I'm just excited to spread information about these special versions of the books, and also the books themselves, and talk about them with people. Why do you love reading? I personally love reading because it just allows me to escape into these worlds. I always wonder if this is the same thing for people. When I personally read, it draws me into that world, and I feel like I'm a third person in there, and it just captures my imagination and it captivates me. For Star Wars, I love the interconnectivity that they connect to the shows, they connect to the books, the comics, the movies. Everything is connected and matters. And how I might read a character in here, it might show up over here. And like, these all are just so, I love it. Like, that interconnectivity, and it is a joy. It is fun. I love it. What book or book series got you into reading? Oh, I was reading since I was like first, second grade. Like, I was always reading and loving reading. Like, my grandmother would take me to the library, and I would be checking off 5, 6 books a week. Now, they weren't like your epics, like they weren't like Harry Potter or anything like that, but they were, they were chapter books, and they were significant for, a fourth, fifth grader. So I read Lord of the Rings in second grade, and it's been ever since. It's been quite the journey. My first Star Wars, I read Star Wars really young. I read a lot of the Legends material, and it was some of my favorite books that I read. Then there was a point where I stopped reading, and then once canon started, I started getting into the books around 2015, 2016, right around, Force Awakens. That's when this became a thing. So yeah, oh man, it's a lot. What challenges do you think starting a BookTube channel will be the hardest to overcome? I think the hardest is going to be just getting my footing. Star Wars is very beloved, and there's a lot of people that do it, and so Just realizing that I have a voice and I can use it, and that's okay if I'm not getting tons and tons of views because there's so many people doing it, and there's people that have been doing it for a long time, and realizing that's okay. I'm making my own little space here, my own little corner, and I'm excited to, I've already have started on Instagram, and that has now 60 followers in like of just 2 months. So I think that's pretty awesome and exciting. Uh, I'm excited. I am nervous, because I just want to help people and I want to be able to talk about it with people. So I think the biggest challenge is just realizing that it's okay if it takes time for audience size to grow. And I guess the last question here we'll go through is where do you like to read? I like to read anywhere. Specifically, my favorite place is outside. I love just something. There's something about reading outside in nature, especially in fall, sometimes spring, but like that cool, crisp air. Oh my gosh. Like, yes, 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 yes. I will do one other question actually. We'll do what is my favorite Star Wars book? So we'll pull it out here. It is Lost Stars. I will say Rising Storm is has captured my heart a lot, so I'm not sure. I think Lost Stars is still number one. If you have not read Lost Stars, this is like a must read. It should be one of the first ones you read. It's a young adult novel written by Claudia Gray, who is just beloved by this community. She has written home run after home run. She is a part of the High Republic Initiative, which is a large overarching story that's being told through adult novels, young adult novels, junior readers. There's even kid like picture books, comics, and also kid comics, and it continues to grow. And we are finishing the first segment of the story, the first phase, in January, February. So also another great entry point. But that is what I wanted to talk about today, guys. I am so excited to do this. If you haven't already, follow on Instagram, which is SW Book Bounty. That's SW Book Bounty. Of course, link in the description. Also, check out and favorite book dash bounty.com. That will give you all of the updates for the exclusive information. I'll obviously post videos when there is exclusive books and such. And then also subscribe and hit the notification bell. That way you never miss whenever there is book news, when there is book releases, book reviews, book discussions. Also, if you're a creator, or even if you're not a creator and you want to talk about books with me on the channel, I want this to be kind of like a community thing. I would love where when a book comes out and we do a review, we do like a community discussion. And so like I could bring in maybe two or three other people and we have a conversation about the book. And that way we could even try to get some representation on here. I think that's super important to have different people with different opinions and different backgrounds and different cultures to discuss these books, because when we have conversations with different people, we're able to learn new things and get different perspectives. And I think that's super important. So just hit me up. I'm on Twitter, JG_cars. Let's have a conversation. But I think without further ado, I think this was a fantastic video. I'm so excited. It is going to be quite a journey. Thank you, book bounty hunters. I welcome to the guild. I am so excited. And until the next video, have a good one.